It's now time for another episode of I Got Butter, Baby. I got butter, baby. I got butter, baby. I got butter, baby. So, let your girl take you there with that new intro of I Got Butter. Today, we will be cooking spaghetti. And I figured since I was in a hurry and I was getting ready to cook a quick spaghetti, that I'll make a quick little video. And this video here is going to be loaded up on 1975 Patches, the gospel channel. Things has been moving kind of slow. So I'm going to put this on the gospel channel, you know, to give y'all something to look at until, you know, I get you another show coming up. So get your hamburger together, get your green peppers together. I like green peppers. Get your mushrooms, your onions, your garlic. It could be minced or in a can. And get your favorite ragu sauce. I'm going to show you how to blow this up so you can feed a big family. So, get you some ragu sauce, a couple cans of tomatoes, and let's not forget the spaghetti. Okay, first off, you want to get your hamburger going. Get your hamburger going and go ahead and put on your pot of water that you're gonna need to drop your noodles in. Now remember, I told you that when you're dealing with spaghetti, you need to put a little oil in it to keep it from sticking. So I say about 2 tablespoons of oil. 1, 2. That keeps your spaghetti from sticking. Got your hamburger on. That's good. Take your jar of tomato sauce. Go ahead and pour that in there. Because the secret is slow cooking your spices. Now, I always add a little water to it to make sure I get it all. Okay. You will need get your hamburger going here real good. Onion powder. You will need some onion powder. Okay. We're making a huge pot of spaghetti. I'm going to need a tablespoon of onion powder. Yes, a tablespoon. About a tablespoon, and I always let it spill over a little bit, of seasoning salt. Now you can use something with no MSG in it, but we don't have that in the cabinet today, so it's seasoning salt. Then you got your garlic powder. I do 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. Ooh. Now, I'll also be using, I like to use oregano or Italian seasoning. So get you some oregano, Italian seasoning. I say that you are going to put maybe a tablespoon of this in there as well. Then I can eyeball this. Then I have a secret to my spaghetti that I've been doing for years. Well, not actually for years, but at least for the last 5 years. So for my kids to eat it with no problem, I use pizza seasoning. Yes, I said it. Yeah, I did. Pizza seasoning. And I use about a tablespoon of pizza seasoning. It's just something about this new pizza seasoning that the kids just love. And of course, we will need some pepper. There I go. I say, I don't want it to be spicy. We're not making chili, so I'm going to use a half a teaspoon of pepper. Now, if you don't have garlic powder, and since I already had seasoned salt, let's just say I didn't have neither one, I would have used garlic salt. And you'll still use about the same amount, 2 tablespoons. But since I already put some garlic salt in there, I'm only going to do a teaspoon of garlic salt. Now you will need some minced garlic. I love mixed garlic because it smells so good. Okay, sugars. Anywho, now leave all them seasonings out because you will need them again. Even though I seasoned this hamburger pretty heavily, the tomato sauce is very rich. So you will need to season your tomato sauce as well. I don't do a whole lot of scrambling. I try to leave it up with some chunks, you know. I try to have like thick chunks. Let me see if we can zoom in on this. Yeah, I leave it chunky because, you know, it's like meatballs. Because I don't have time as a busy mom, auntie, Nana. I don't have time to, you know, always make meatballs. So you just get very thick hamburger. And I apologize for this recording. Y'all know I don't have the help that I need. And this is low budget TV. So hopefully, you know, things like that will change. So what you want to do now is you want to, my water's boiling. Okay, if you got to make it stretch, then you break your noodles in half. Like I do. I have to make it stretch. I got a lot of family to feed. There's always a lot of people over here. Yes, Shaniqua still have not left. She still has not left. She's still here. So, which is crazy because when I got back home from Miami, honey, my broom was missing. My pool stick was missing. They had threw themselves a swimming pool party with my neighbor, Kill Bill. And you know I love Kill Bill. Y'all hear me talk about her from time to time, my neighbor, Kill Bill. I love her to death because she is one strong lady. So, I said leaving Shaniqua alone in this house is something else. So, I got this big, huge box of spaghetti. I've made it, break it in half so it'll be enough for everybody. Have a big family. So, while that's doing that, we will add in okay, now while that's doing that, you're gonna need your vegetables. Okay, I got some green bell peppers, I got some onions, some red bell peppers. You know, sometimes I use yellow peppers. I like the different flavors and I like the way it looks. So, and I want my spaghetti to taste like 5 Italian women that's been in here. So I add that to my hamburger. Let that cook. I let that cook until the meat gets tender. I add just a little water to it. Have a cup of water. I don't drain my grease unless I have a whole lot of grease. But my vegetables soak up all that stuff. So, as you see, I had added in all my vegetables. And I'm letting them cook till they get tender. I also like to add in some minced garlic. Now, if you're using a whole garlic, excuse me, if you're using a whole garlic, then a whole garlic clove, use a half of a garlic clove. And I use, if you're using this tablespoons, then use 2 tablespoons, well 2.5, which makes a whole tablespoon. So a tablespoon of minced garlic. Okay. Now, I'm gonna show you how to blow up your spaghetti sauce. Bam! You get your couple cans of spaghetti sauce. The girls just made it back with the rest of the stuff. And it was Summer and Shaniqua coming in. And then you get you some cans of tomatoes. So for that huge family jar of tomato sauce that I had by Ragu, I've taken 2 cans of tomato sauce and I added it to that. And some fresh tomatoes. Can't forget about that. Boom. Okay. While I'm stirring up this hamburger a little bit, and I'm stirring up the spaghetti, tell me why somebody asked Sister Girl for some sugar. Tell me why. I don't know why people be asking her for stuff, but they asked for some sugar. And why did they bring her back powdered sugar? Why did she not cuss them out? She was like, the next time you buy some sugar, I want regular sugar, generic sugar, not that yellow and white sugar, because that's for the people who think they too good. I want generic sugar, not brown sugar, not powdered sugar, not cube sugar. I want regular sugar. Or you can't come across the gun line. I said, girl, y'all better quit buying shit. Y'all better, excuse me, it's the gospel channel, ain't it? Y'all better quit buying stuff from Sister Girl and not giving her stuff back the same way she give it to you, because she's going to end up messing up somebody real bad over some cube sugar when she gave generic grind sugar. So, hopefully, you know, hopefully, you know, they get it together for she won't have to clock out, you know? But, you know, that's how it is with your neighbors, you know. In this small community, you know, you share what you have. And that's what I do. Now, I have a secret as well. And I already showed y'all my piece of seasoning. If you so happen to not have enough spaghetti sauce and you didn't have the can of spaghettis like I got, you can use ketchup. Ketchup is all it is tomato sauce. So if you had to add some ketchup into your ragu to blow it up, that's fine. So you can do that. Now some of y'all want to go ahead and make your lettuce, because my hamburger's getting done, my pasta's getting done, and my spaghetti sauce is not that far from being ready. So if you have garlic bread, now I figure y'all a little bit sophisticated, so I don't actually have to go through and whip up some boiled butter. But if I had to get a French roll, let's just say if I had to get a French roll, I would take butter, I would take garlic salt, and our regular little garlic, but I like a little garlic salt. Then I'll take some parsley or some oregano, and I would sprinkle it on top of 2 French breads and cut it in half. Put it in my oven for about 8 minutes. No more than 5 to 10. Cook it on 350 until it's lightly brown on top. You'll have some garlic bread. Whip you up a salad to go with it. You have a full meal. Place them in the oven. Okay. Now it's time to season my spaghetti sauce. Now I will be draining this fat off eventually, but it won't be until like way after it's all the way finished and my peppers and green peppers has, you know, has absorbed all the flavors from the grease. Now, I like for my spaghetti sauce to have a little bit of everything in there. My favorite is mushrooms. So far I added mushrooms, you got green peppers, you got fresh tomatoes, you got onions, you got green peppers, you got some little red ones. You know, it is looking beautiful already. So, we have to season the sauce up because like I said, the tomato sauce is overpowering and you don't want it just to taste like tomato sauce, you know? So, we'll go through the recipe again. But this time, we'll do it in the tomato sauce. Turn these noodles off. Okay. Tablespoon garlic powder. 1/4 pepper. Now that's a half of a teaspoon. Pop out. Half of a teaspoon pepper. Another half of a teaspoon of minced garlic. Italian seasoning. A table of Italian seasoning. Now remember, if you have heartburn or anything like that, you might want to take your Tums because green peppers give you heartburn and tomatoes is like an acid. So, and my secret, why my kids love my spaghetti, pizza seasoning. I do a half a teaspoon of pizza seasoning. Stir that in. Now some people like sugar in their spaghetti. I don't like sugar in my spaghetti. I like for my spaghetti to taste Italian, real Italian. But just in case if you do that, you want to add you 4 tablespoons for every jar, 4 tablespoons of sugar to this recipe if you do like it sweet. Now y'all know I have an extra secret ingredient, which if you've been watching the cooking show, you should already know what my secret ingredient is when it comes down to my meat. Y'all know I love Dell seasoning. Please invest in this. It kicks your meat up and your burger up like no other, honey. I love Dell seasoning. I put this in almost every beef, every chicken, fish. I just put it on all my meat. It works as a tenderizer and it has excellent flavor. So for that big old pack of meat, I'm gonna use a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of Dell seasoning. Bam. And I should have drained the grease first before I added it in there, but I didn't. So it's not gonna hurt it, but I kind of like straight Dells on it. So I won't drain out a whole lot of the grease because it got that Dell in there, but I will be draining out enough. At this time, I would like to thank Miss Randall Rabbit. She always got so many things nice to say. And she's always inviting me out there to Ohio. And when I come up there, sister girl, I will be visiting you. I would love to thank Big Boy Hollywood. Hi, Big Boy Hollywood. Thank you. Thank you for all your lovely things and your thoughts and your prayers that you put down. And we're not gonna forget, just read my book. I have not forgot about you and your Grippo season that's coming up. And I will be mailing it to you soon. As soon as the sister girl get a little extra income, and I'll be able to send you that. I want to say thank you, Super. You know who you are. Thank you, sweetheart. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I also want to give thanks out to my new friend that looked at on some food towards the house. You know, it's kind of nice. I would like to say thanks to Swanee. Thanks, Swanee, for your donations. So, new neighbor in the house. So I kind of wanted to send that shout out there. Alicia Person. Hi, Alicia. I know you waiting on them t-shirts. But it's coming. It's coming, baby. Cousin Patches don't have the kind of money that Candy got yet, but it's coming. And it's not just I have your t-shirt, it's like a big order of them. But I will be ordering them for my birthday. That's my birthday gift to myself, is to get y'all out there some t-shirts. So, that's what I like to do. And my mama used to always say, that a good cook is a clean cook. Who's coming through the door? Because I'm filming. You gotta go the other direction. My mom always says a good cook is a clean cook. So that's what I try to be. So I'm always, you know, cleaning up behind myself. Because who wants to eat in a dirty kitchen? You let this tomato sauce cook, and I'm going to switch burners. I cook it on medium high. Look at this. Vegetables, chunky. Oh, look at this. This is nice. I want my sauce to thicken up some. And if your sauce seems a little watery, don't worry about it. You can add a can of tomato paste. Then I usually just use tomato paste, like if I'm making chili or something like that. But if you want to thicken your spaghetti sauce, if it's not as thick as you want, add tomato paste. That's what I do. And it works really good. You let this boil down until I like for the seasonings to get cooked in really well. So I say for about the next 15-20 minutes or so, we'll be stirring this periodically, keeping a close eye on it. And what I do at first is I allow my kids to put the spaghetti on first, and I put the spaghetti sauce on top. But after they get finished with a half a pot of spaghetti, I just go ahead and add the spaghetti into the sauce, and that's how I store it. So just a few little helpful hints. You know, and if you want to, grind you up some sausage. Italian sausage is great in spaghetti. You know, sometimes you can do that. You know, I've actually put pepperonis in spaghetti before if I thought the kids was going to eat it. So, one thing I like about Italians, you can put a little bit of everything in the spaghetti, honey, and it is going to be mucho glacio, you know. So, this, I guess you could say that this special spaghetti sauce goes out to the mob wives. I love them Italians. So they are so sweet. If I was any other race, I would love to be them. Luciano and John Gotti and all them. I like that. But so they eat good. And even though they say if you know, need to watch your weight, you need to stay away from pastas and all that crap and rice and stuff. I just would rather not be here on this earth if I couldn't enjoy some spaghetti from time to time. My little sister Tedra, oh goodness, the rebellious child. She don't like any pasta. She actually eats her spaghetti and her chili without any pasta in it. But I don't think I get filled that way. Now, a lot of things that I love to do with like leftover spaghetti sauce. Let's just say if you didn't mix it and you had leftover spaghetti sauce. Boil you some potatoes or bake you some potatoes. Either or, microwave you some like a baked potato. Crack it open. Pour your leftover sauce on top of it. Smother it with cheese. It's nothing like a hot potato smothered with spaghetti sauce with cheese on top. Hell, I done chili. I take leftover chili, I pour it on top of potatoes. It is so good. So, you know, If I could, I probably would open up a potato bar because I love dressed potatoes. But so if you didn't have enough pasta, you can always dress a potato up. And, you know, salad and garlic bread always goes great. So you let this cook for a little while and simmer down, and you and your family eat you guys some great garlic bread with it, and fix you a salad. And if I have to show you how to fix a salad, you know you shouldn't be watching this channel. Whew. So anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching the Life with Cousin Patchy show. And thank you. Thank you for supporting the new gospel channel, the 1975 Patches. And enjoy your meal. Because, honey, I know I am. Look at this here. Ooh. Oh, that was hot. Oh. Yeah. It's good. Seasoned to perfection. Look at that. This is sure to keep any husband, any man at home. This recipe right here. This is so nice. So, like I said, let that cook for a while. Serve your family. Until next time, don't forget to tell a friend. Oh, before I even go there, I'm sorry for the recording. I know it gets kind of dark. You kind of see me here. You kind of see me there. But hopefully I still get my message across. And I apologize for the music. You know, they send me through a whole lot of crap. I should have probably been playing candy stuff, but I just kind of wanted to make a quick video of the spaghetti so y'all can enjoy it. Cousin Patch's Italian spaghetti. So, until next time, don't forget to tell a friend, to tell their mama, tell their daddy, tell their brother, tell their cousin to subscribe to Life with Cousin Patches. Smooches! Mwah. Look at this here. Look at this here. It is so nice and chunky. Look at that. Oh, great. That is so good. Yeah, I don't even know if y'all can really see that. Is that a better view? Look at that there. That is one hot, nice spaghetti. Great. Yes, me and Rachel Ray should get together sometime. Hell, Paula Dean. I would love to be on your show sometime, Paula Dean. Patti LaBelle. Oh, I would love to cook with you sometime, Patti LaBelle. And to Miss Wendy Williams, how you doing? I would love to come on your show and show you how to cook some little quick meals. Because, honey, trying to keep the figure that you got, them Slim Jims that you be cooking on a lighter, it's not cool. I know you love them, but we got to get your diet right. So hopefully one day you tune in or something and, you know, call me up. I would love to come and show you some of my quick recipes. So, talk to you later. Smooches. Mwah. And that is one great plate of Patch's Italian spaghetti. Here you go, garlic bread. Here you go. There's your salad and spaghetti, and top it with some Parmesan cheese or regular cheese if you choose to. Enjoy your meal. Don't forget, say your blessings. Amen.